Man to man. What is one sentence a woman told you that is still stuck in your head until this day? If you don't like what I'm doing, please tell me. If you don't tell me, you'll end up despising me. True though. Very good advice in general. Didn't want to hurt their feelings. There were many women I've dated. Just so few I've gone to bed with, but I've had at least two who was just super incompatible. Not sure if it was me or her. We tried everything but just felt sorry. It felt like a cheese grater on a brick. I told my senior year prom date that I loved her at the end of the night. She said that must be hard. Apostrophe. My worst response to an I love you was wow, that sucks for you. Additionally, the worst compliment I ever got was I don't like really sexy guys. I like guys like you. Apostrophe. Oh, I'm a woman. But once a guy I was sleeping with said I normally date like models or Morty or all damage. I've cracked the code by not dating anyone. If you saw yourself the way I see you, you'd never be insecure about anything ever again. That got to me big time. You're the definition of husband material. A good friend of mine told me that, and her friend agreed. I was obviously quite flattered when I heard it, but I wasn't romantically interested in either of them. That compliment gave me a huge confidence boost in my dating life though. My old boss said something similar to me. It stuck with me for years. And that's why you're unattractive, well-versed, good man, and you'd have no problem meeting a woman. It's lived in my head forever. I'm married with kids and all now. It's like she gave me a weird confidence boost in my early 20s that helped me a ton. Another was a girl I was dating in my late teens. We were fooling around, and she was bi, and after going down on her she goes, "You're better at that than my last girlfriend." Sure, it might have just been something nice to say to me, but it's lived in my head for years. Little confidence boosters like that just kind of helped me to know I'm not all bad. Respectfully, you look very handsome. Definitely wasn't try to hit on me as they were recently married. But damn, did it feel good. This is the only positive comment I've seen after over 5 minutes of scrolling. Sat, you came too early. Refresh and scroll again. That's what she said. Didn't tell me directly, but overheard a former crush say about me, "Yeah, he's rather ugly. That one pops up from time to time, lol." Yeah, I feel that. I'm not actually terribly unattractive, but as a child my teeth were fucked up, and one day I smiled to a girl in my class when she handed me an assignment for class, and she said, "Don't ever smile again." And damn, even after $5,000 in braces and retainers and expanders, it took me 8 more years to full grin smile in photos. Even now, nearly 20 years later, it comes back up. As we were breaking up, she looked me in the eyes crying and smiling, then said, "Sober looks the best on you." Gave me our last kiss, and then she was gone. How's that going for you? I was sitting outside of an airport waiting for my brother to pick me up. This strikingly beautiful woman ended up sitting near me while on her phone just having a casual conversation. About a minute into it, with this charming southern voice, "Well hell, if I know where I am. I'm under a sign that says baggage claim. So in baggage, come claim me." Needless to say that in spite of my attempts to hide my laughter by burying my face in my book, I hear her half giggling saying, "Oh, I see you over there laughing at me, mister." It was just a wonderful random interaction. I definitely read her quotes in Dolly Parton's voice. I want to find someone that has your personality, but that is more attractive. Apostrophe F. At least she was honest about not finding me attractive. Dated a girl for 2 weeks back in high school. After 2 weeks we still never kissed, so I just straight up asked her, and she told me that she didn't find me attractive physically. We broke up right after. That doesn't mean the next girl won't. Chin up, bro. You will find her. When I held the door open to a mother and her daughter, she, the mother, asked if I was single, and I said yes. She responded with, "I'm too handsome to be single." Made my year. Did you ask her out? You're too innocent. Apostrophe. Lol. Okay, Hitler. On a more positive note, one time this girl at the pizza place had been going to told me I had beautiful eyebrows, and I'll never forget that. I love this one. So random. So unique. And I bet you truly do have beautiful eyebrows. You'll make a great dad one day. My ex a few months before she dumped me. She is probably right though. You probably will make a great dad one day if that's something you want. Exactly. My first wife, an alcoholic, when she decided to, drunkenly, finally tell me why she drinks during the day while I'm at work and she's supposed to be watching the kids, to spite you and the kids. My second wife, a covert narcissist, when she caught me deleting texts to a therapist and I refused to tell her what it was about. You violated the sanctity of our marriage. You F piece of shit. Neither of us are religious. My current girlfriend on dating me. You are all of my birthday wishes come true. Apostrophe. Third time's the charm. I don't know if I want to be in this relationship anymore. Apostrophe. I just got this line after a 17-year marriage. 2 kids. A house. Careers. A life built together. Not sure what to do right now. Avoid drugs and alcohol. Get a goof lawyer. Focus on bettering yourself and your kids. I'd personally go for a good lawyer over a goof one every day. Clown lawyers are significantly cheaper, therefore you can hire multiple to work for the same price as one regular lawyer. If you can handle the nose honking and squeaky shoes, then you can get a whole gaggle for about $13.50 an hour. Way more affordable than your average underwear wearing sober lawyer. I F adore Jamie wife said it. Hits way harder than I love you. Not sure why, but I love it. Maybe because we say I love you in that specific order of words so often that it almost sounds like a platitude. Also I F adore you sounds much more emphatic. It was just in the moment and so much more. It's kind of our new thing for a while, but it was this pure, unadulterated statement that hit hard. 1985. Senior kindergarten. We were using little Crayola scissors to make paper snowflakes. I unfolded my snowflake and it all fell apart. I couldn't understand what I did wrong. I showed the teacher, and she said, well, I wonder why. I also wondered why. I was 7 years old, but I wasn't stupid. I understood sarcasm when I heard it. Was absolutely furious. Still mad at her decades later. Some teachers are right cunts. Once when I was in kindergarten, this little kid named Chris farted. Innocent. Everyone farts. And he was obviously embarrassed. In front of everyone. She forced him out of the class and said don't come back until you take a poo. I felt so bad for him then. And now that I'm older I'm furious. I wish I remembered the teacher's name. Mrs. Cunt. I believe. You're starting to act more and more like your dad. Apostrophe. My mom told me this once because we were arguing and I lost my shit. No one will want to be with you and you will be alone. My mother. Wow. Your mother and my mother must have been in book club together or something. They were both wrong. FM. Close bracket. You don't have to earn it. I was in the hospital just under 2 weeks ago after a suicide attempt. One of my closest friends came with me to the hospital and stayed by my side for hours. At one point I said that I didn't deserve her, that she was doing too much for me, and I didn't earn it. She argued with me for a bit, telling me that she loves me and that she's always gonna be there for me. So I asked what did I do to deserve this? So she said, you don't have to earn it. I love you no matter what. That was the moment I started coming to terms with the idea that love doesn't have to be earned. It's still completely foreign to me, but I'm working on it. This is really profound, and it's striking a chord with me. Thank you. I keep all compliments. How sparse they are in a vault. You don't get enough compliments for someone of your quality and character. Who knows, I could get exactly what my quality or character deserves. I'm not perfect by any means. Thanks for the thought though. That is just the sort of open-minded self-flexion I've come to expect from you. A woman I was seeing opened up to me and said my grandfather molested me from a young age and family members knew. Nothing was done because he had money. How horrific. I hope she is able to heal and find peace. You can't make me want to be with you, said by the woman I was married to during her affair. That sentence alone was the push I needed to end my codependency. It was just like one day a switch flipped and all of a sudden she didn't want to be around me anymore. It fucked me up pretty bad for a while. I tried desperately to win back her affection, but to no avail. Ultimately I learned that I wasn't the problem. Her boyfriend was. She was the problem. Second, this. I see this happen a lot where the person who gets cheated on wants to blame the mistress rather than their ex-spouse. She was the one who was married to you. She broke her vows to you. If it wasn't the boyfriend, it would have been someone else. You're better off without her. You do realize we want to keep you right. My best friend's girlfriend, when I was in a phase of depression and heavy drug abuse, probably saved my life. I thought nobody cared about me, and if even I myself don't care about me, I might as well F up my body for some pain relief and fun. I can't love you the way you want to be loved. I've heard this one recently. Incredibly painful. You are perfect. Literally everything I've ever wanted in a man. I don't understand why I can't seem to love you. This is how my first real relationship after a horrible divorce ended. With these words over the phone. It completely demolished my already fragile self-confidence. Having said that, my ex-wife didn't need to utter a single word to destroy me. She started growing distant, spending hours alone in her home office. One day, I knocked on the door. She opened the lock and peeked out. I've never doubted you love me until now, I said. Do you still love me? She lowered her eyes and closed the door without saying anything. After almost a decade of marriage, she was cheating on me with another woman. Fuck, these are both so heavy. You aren't who I thought you were. Apostrophe. This could be great, or it could suck, depending on the context. You don't deserve to have a family. Nobody will ever love you. This was not long after I received a paternity test result that showed a 0% match to my 3-month-old daughter. I'd give anything to unhear that shit. Should have told her to stop projecting. Truth. That aside on her. I read that as I des on her, and I couldn't agree more. I would really like to f-jousted sincerely by a drunk woman at a party. Like 10 years ago. I've been seduced, but never to that level of openness. Think about it often. I had that once as well. I got scared and walked away. There's no right answer, man. I wouldn't worry about it.